Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to King Arena. We are back here for some beautiful Saturday evening basketball action between the visiting 17-ranked Calvin University Knights and your home, Wheaton Thunder, ranked 21st after moving up a few spots in the national poll after an impressive stretch of wins. The Thunder 6-1 on this season. Their only loss coming in the championship game of the Leaf Fund tournament. And Calvin undefeated so far, 7-0 for them. We're going to go down to the floor for the national anthem and starting lineups, and after that we'll be back to you for this matchup between these two impressive programs.
Thunder going up against the Calvin University Knights. And now would everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem. And now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Calvin. At 4 to 6'4", junior out of Huntley, number 0, Uchenna Ekageza. At center, a 6'9", freshman out of Holland, Michigan, number 4, Jalen Overway. At guard, a 6'3", senior out of Grays Lake, number 15, Eli Sensenig. At 4 to 6'6", junior out of Wheaton Academy, number 20, Marcus Bolt. And at guard, a 6-foot sophomore out of Crown Point, that's 30, Logan Van Essen. The Knights are coached by Bill Saul, who's assisted by Mark Warners, Derek DeVries, Aaron Clearsnyder, and Carl Gibbons. And now, Wheaton College fans, on your feet, the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. At guard, a 6'3", senior out of Bowie, Maryland, number 3, Eddie Scott. At guard, a 5'11" grad student out of Highlands, Colorado, that's 13, Tyson Cruikshank. At guard, a 6'5", senior out of Portage, number 22, Eli Considine. At 4 to 6'7", grad student out of San Diego, number 23, T.J. Askew. And at guard, a 6'4", junior out of Columbus, number 24, Nick Chevello. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer, who's assisted by J.P. John Tanner and Mr. Zach Kwan.
So with the starting lineups, we are ready here for tip-off. It's going to be Considine going up against Jalen Overway, the freshman for the Knights. He's been a fantastic player for the Knights so far this season. Overway wins the tip, a lot taller than Considine. So Calvin University will start here with the ball on the offensive side. Good ball movement already, moving quickly, trying to get a pass down low, no good. Picked away by the Thunder. Tyson's going to push the pace, gets it to Considine outside the three-point line. Now Chiavello. Considine thought about shooting the three-pointer for a second. He had a good three-point shooting performance in his last game. Askew now far back, now back to Tyson. Tyson now looking inside, good movement, back out to Chiavello for three, and that's good. Nick Chiavello hits the bottom, opens up the scoring with a nice three-pointer right down the middle.
And that's the way to start the game, folks. You turn it over on the defensive side and hit a wide-open three from the top of the key on the offensive end to open up a three-point lead early.
Good patient offense from the Thunder on that one. Calvin University swarmed right now by the Thunder defense. Overway down low against Considine. He goes up with a hook and drops that one in.
That's going to be a tough matchup all night for Considine. On Wednesday, we saw the Thunder take on Augustana and get the win against an All-American Daniel Carr. Considine matched up really well against him and played great defense. It's going to be a key tonight if Considine can shut Overway down.
Askew fouled as he moved in towards the basket. So that's going to stay with the Thunder. They're going to get to inbound here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Askew. Now to Scott. Now to Tyson in the corner. Now to Chiavello. Now to Considine in the opposite corner. Shot clock below 10. Considine working off his own dribble, and Considine knocks down a mid-range jumper.
After a big game on Wednesday for Considine, I would love to see him get going now because he is Overway matching up with him on the defensive side too. So if he's more athletic and quicker than Overway, if he can take advantage of that on the offensive side and just continuing getting his and maybe getting Jalen into foul trouble, that would be huge for the Thunder.
Chiavello is going to get called for a foul there. Tried to get a defensive stop. Initially looked like good recovery there by Chiavello after Tyson just lost a step against his defensive matchup.
We have a shooting foul, so I didn't know if it was going to be on the floor. It looked like he might have been going for a pass, but I guess they called it on the shot.
So that'll be Logan Van Essen, the sophomore, knocking down his first free throw attempt of the night.
Both teams are out and scoring quickly, which is something these teams do well at. They scored a high percentage, but they both hold their opponents to less than 60 points a game. So it might be a defensive battle or it might be a shootout. We're going to find out soon.
After the Van Essen free throws, now Calvin within one. Tyson tries to tightrope that one inside to Scott, but it gets taken away by the Knights. Working off of a fast break there, nothing there. So you're going to have time to set up here. Good movement here from the Knights, very unselfish. Overway now holding onto the ball for a bit, working against Considine. Overway tries to muscle his way down low, but good defense from Considine against the bigger defender. Chiavello, another three. Oh, that one just short, rebounded by Overway.
That would have definitely gotten this crowd into the game. We have a blackout tonight in the student section with the Riken Rowdies. Hopefully it fills up a little more to get the crowd engaged, but this is definitely the game that a lot of people in the area are going to want to watch.
Yeah, this is a powerhouse matchup between two really impressive programs. They match up really well on paper too, so we should see a back and forth all night.
Yeah, last year Calvin made it to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA Division III tournament as Considine pulls a deep three there and makes it. He looks like he's going to have a big night, but Calvin in the Sweet 16 actually lost to Elmhurst University, another CCIW team. Both the Thunder and Calvin made it to the Sweet 16 last year in the tournament. So this is definitely a great matchup by two top 25 teams. And another foul call on Askew.
So that'll be, like you said, a foul. So Calvin will get to inbound. It's going to be Marcus Bolt on the inbound here. Finds a cutter who shoots right away, and that shot is off. almost hit the shot clock, but stays inbound as Luca Wrestler on the shot attempt. Eddie Scott driving in. Nice move by Scott and drops in off a nice Euro step. Eddie Scott has exploded these past few games and been absolutely crucial to this team's success. He looks like he's looking for a big performance tonight. Takeaway by Eli Constein. Great hands taking away the Knights' hope at an Overway basket.
Considine is using his athleticism. Overway is bigger and stronger, but he is not getting the best positioning in Considine. Another three, just misses that, but he's just been great on the defensive end. Already we're seeing him have an effect on Overway.
I really like how aggressive this Thunder team is starting on the offensive, and we got a foul here. And that one, they're going to call that against the Thunder. You can see Uchenna Ejikeza got knocked around there. It's like a little bit of pinball going on. Thunder going to make some substitutions in for the Thunder. Andrew Williams and Connor Braun. Williams, an important bench player for this Thunder team. Braun, a transfer big man. He's also been a key factor. He's going to get matched up against Overway, so Overway's going to have to deal with some more size, and nice box out there from the Thunder. Tyson comes away with the rebound. Tyson to Considine, to Braun, to Considine, to Tyson, who almost gets it poked away. Able to hold on to his dribble. Tyson driving in and almost able to deflect that ball out of bounds off the defender, but the Knights staying level-headed there, able to come away with it. And that's an early shot clock three-point attempt that's well short from Marcus Bolt. So both teams having no issue letting it fly early in this one, as TJ Askew doesn't get there, and it's corralled by Connor Braun. Almost a turnover there for the Thunder. Andrew Williams now on the outside. Back to Connor Braun. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. TJ Askew moving off the rotation. Askew turnaround jumper short. No good. Rebound Bolt. Wrestler jetting up the court. And that'll be Ejikeza getting the putback basket there for the Knights. So both teams going kind of back and forth here, failing to get something on the board. Ejikeza breaking that one. Knights now within two. TJ Askew moving in, smaller defender on him. Askew, nice move with the defender in his face. That was Owen Varnardo trying to stop TJ Askew, and that's a tough assignment for any defender. And that'll be Ejikeza on the floor again, and that's going to be a foul against him. Looks like they called a travel on that one.
I think he might have just stepped out on the baseline is what they're calling, but that's 3 turnovers already for Calvin, and a team that struggles with turnovers on the year. Wheaton is going to definitely take advantage of that because they can get out on the fast break and get moving quick. So Calvin needs to be able to handle the ball and take care of it if they want to stay in this game, if they don't want it to get out of hand.
Yeah, we've talked about how these two teams are great matchups on paper, but one of the places that Wheaton has a big lead is those turnovers. They're averaging 5 less turnovers a game than the Knights. Micah Schneiders for 3. That one short off the left side of the rim. Askew corrals the long rebound. Oh my goodness, what a pass to Schneiders again! Three-pointer off the amazing pass. TJ Askew doing his best Magic Johnson impression here in King Arena. Micah Schneiders on the second chance three-pointer drains it.
They've got me shaking you over here, Josh, out of excitement. What a find by Askew, faking it out to the corner and kicking it to Schneiders at the top of the key, and he makes them pay.
Overstay cannot get that one to fall. The momentum all in the Thunder. Askew for 3. That's good!
Let's go
The Thunder bench erupts. Coach JP full of excitement. This Thunder crowd is on their feet. What a run by the Thunder. Up 10 now on the visiting Knights.
They are making the Knights pay for missed shots and turnovers right now. They are getting out in the transition, finding the open player, and just cashing in every chance they get. This is fun basketball to watch. Wheaton is showing why they're a top 25 team in the country, and they have proved that early in this game, opening up a 10-point lead in the first 7 minutes of this game. Man, this is fun.
Those past 2 minutes were just exhilarating. That pass from you for that Schneiders bucket, and then on the other end. Just flair all around for this Thunder team.
Calvin's searching for an answer right now with this timeout because Overway, he already has 2 points, but every shot is difficult. I mean, we have Connor and Eli Constantine making him work for every inch on the court, and if they can box him out, keep him off the offensive glass, a man that's averaging 11 rebounds a game, you can keep him off the offensive glass and just continue to get rebounds, pull it out, find the outlet, and just push it up the court. I don't think Calvin can hang with Wheaton in transition.
You can tell that before the game, coming into this matchup, Coach Schauer definitely emphasized how are we going to defend Jalen Overway, who already is a freshman averaging just under 22 points a game. The Thunder have done a great job defending him, like you've said, Dalton, but the Knights have not had many answers for the offensive weapons that the Thunder have. Overway now on the outside of the key. The Knights just struggling here. The ball just sticking to their players' hands, and they're hoping to get something going. Good defense. Askew, despite the good defense, shot falls against him. That was Owen Varnado getting the shot to fall.
You got to tip your hat to a shot like that. It's a tough shot on a great defensive possession. As Schneider's just misses short there, but Wheaton has just been playing great defense over the past few games, and there's a heck of a defensive unit.
Yeah, Schneider's has just shot short so far, and that's Uchenna Ejikeza with another turnover. That one, an easy call. The Thunder crowd excited about that, and it's good to see a lot of these Thunder players getting some run. TJ Askew will sit for the first time this game. He's got a well-earned break. Connor Braun thought about pulling from three there. Now to Eli Constantine, who's back in to Tyson Cruikshank. Working against a Constantine screen. Cruikshank, nice dribble move. Oh, was looking for a find inside to Andrew Williams, and
this is just some great action we're seeing on the offensive side. A lot of, driving into the lane and a lot of backdoor cuts too. We saw a few already along the baseline, and that's just great offense when everybody is moving on the court. That's what you need to find open shots. And Tyson gets met at the rim, but gets his own rebound.
Andrew Williams for three. That one's just a little long. But like you said, Dalton, this offense of the Thunder looking a lot more multifaceted than we're used to. A lot of cutting, a lot of great finds underneath the basket as Calvin cannot hit from three once again. They are just dry from three-point land so far in this one. Tyson working off a screen over the much larger Jalen Overway. No problem for the grad student Tyson Cruikshank. Nice mid-range J to put the lead back up to 10. Feed down low to Varnado against Constantine. Constantine cannot be moved.
That is a great no call right there. And Schauer is fired up on the bench as Wheaton pushes ahead, and a foul called as Andrew Williams gets back tapped on the elbow. The crowd is loving it. The bench is loving it. I'm loving it, Josh. This is just some exciting basketball.
And I've got to say, this is the best energy in King Arena that we've had all season. We've got the football team on one end. We've got the student section on the other. The loyal home fans sitting across from Dalton and I. This is just a really exciting night so far. We've got a lot more ahead of us. Micah Schneider's in the game here. Eddie Scott also back in. Thunder going with a little bit smaller lineup here. Askew, the one big man here. Scott, nice find. Andrew Williams corrals his own miss. Oh, that one. Oh, Andrew Williams, another offensive rebound. Oh, no, look pass. Oh! Eddie Scott was looking for the poster.
Holy cow. I did not know he could get up that high. He cocked that thing back like he was in a dunk contest. But let's talk about Andrew Williams right there fighting for that ball over and over again. 2 offensive rebounds, finding the cutting Eddie Scott and rising up for a slam. He almost put the entire Calvin roster on a poster.
That was an incredible play. The Thunder have just turned into house of highlights here tonight. Scott misses the first free throw, but he'll get a chance for just at least 1 point here. But man, I'm having trouble containing my excitement here.
Those 2 points would have felt like 50.
It would have been an exclamation point in what already feels like a great game for the Thunder.
All right, he makes them pay a little bit, making that second free throw. And we'll see what Calvin has to offer on this offensive possession.
Yeah, 1 point is better than none. Calvin already using a lot of their bench, giving their starters a rest. They've been put through it by this Thunder defense.
Wheaton is just out hustling them right now. They're beating them to every loose ball. They're beating them to every spot, and Calvin really has no answer. That'll help.
Good three-point make there from Marcus Bolt.
Marcus Bolt is a Wheaton native. He's from Wheaton Academy, so he definitely has some familiar faces in the crowd. Some of my roommates went to high school with him, so I know him a little bit. He's a heck of a player.
Schneider's going to call for the travel. He's trying to look for a pass and just second-guessed himself a little bit. Schneider's going to come out for Tyson Cruikshank. You can just tell this Thunder team really wants it. At home, an important matchup here against a really strong opponent. This is kind of a prove-it game for the Thunder to try and really prove to all their fans and the rest of Division III basketball that they deserve the ranking they have, and so far they've been playing great.
Yeah, beating a ranked opponent goes a long way in a team's confidence and in this season.
Bolt working off the dribble now, kicks it out to Sensenegg, who gets it inside, and that's another point. So quick 5 points there for the Knights.
And we're seeing Calvin have some more energy now on the bench and on the floor as well.
Yeah, the Knights using a little bit smaller lineup to match the speed of the Thunder here. It's working out a little bit for them. Tyson off the handoff, working against his man.
Go to work.
Eli Constein thought about the three-pointer. Nice little designed play there for Tyson. Deep three-pointer. That one's a little short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Knights. Marcus Bolt once again. Bolt, early shot clock three. No good. Thunder battling for the rebound, and Andrew Williams, who else? Mr. Hustle.
And that's great hustle by Lawrence Nong there, but kind of got a little out of control and fouled Williams, who just controlled that ball really well and strong.
Andrew Williams, one of those guys who endears himself really quickly to any Thunder fan who really loves basketball.
He does the things that not anybody else really wants to do. He hustles, he gets on the floor, and he'll get into people's business too.
He earns his playing time the hard way, you could say it. Eli Constein now, back to Tyson Cruikshank, to Connor Braun now. The Thunder just refusing to stop moving here on the offensive end, and that's really helped them out. Back to Connor Braun, to Eli Constein. Shot clock under 5 now. Braun has to make a shot. Oh, that one no good. Defended by Overway. Overway in, down low. Eddie Scott, good contest, but Overway just bigger. Is able to get that one to fall. So the Knights come roaring back here, bringing it within 4.
Yeah, that's good hustle by the big man, making a big play on the defensive side and then hustling up the court and getting a layup. That's how you reward him right there.
Constein to Tyson. Tyson getting trapped here. Able to escape. Connor Braun for 3. That's good! The big man can make it rain.
I saw him taking some threes at warm-ups, and I didn't know he was going to pull it out in game, but over the outstretched arm of Overway, he makes him pay for sagging off a little bit.
Braun is just such a versatile player. And that's going to be a foul against Williams, who just bumped into his man there. That was Dane Harvey, who just got knocked down at the very end of that play.
Braun kind of left his hands to the side right there, letting Overway see over top of him and see the cutter. So if Braun can kind of put a hand up and contest a little more, it'll help him not see that cutting Knight.
The Knights put in another basket, so keeping it now closer, so within 5 for Calvin. Thunder still holding on to this lead, though. Constein wide open for 3, collects, no good. That one just short. Calvin moving quickly.
It's good transition defense by Wheaton, finding their man and finding the person to stop the ball.
Ball sticking a bit here for Calvin. Overway, bumping Braun. Overway just drops it in easy. Nice post moves from him.
That looks like that's going to be Calvin's offense whenever Overway's in. Just feed him the ball, let him back down his defender, and if they double him, they'll kick it out for a wide open 3.
Yeah, Overway really can be the engine that you build your offense around, like you're saying. Thunder hope to answer here. Now down 3, Calvin that is. Constantine gets it poked away by Bolt. So nothing there for the Thunder. Calvin battling. Bolt to the outside. That three-pointer is good, and it's a tie game here in King Arena after the three-pointer from Luca Wrestler.
And the crowd is getting into it. Both benches are into it. This is an energized game right now.
Yeah, back and forth, going punch for punch. Eli Constantine, that shot just not able to fall, but corralled by Tyson Eli again, and this time it's good. Eli Constantine pulling the trigger from 3 and getting it to fall.
After making 3 big threes on Wednesday against Augustana, he's showing a lot more confidence shooting it from deep, and he's showing that the confidence is paying off. He's making everything.
And Eli, his game just gets that much better when he is able to become a threat from every level, because he's also just such a great cutter as Overway puts in another one, just backing down the smaller Braun.
You can hear him chirping a little bit as he's going up the court, I guess asking for a bigger challenge, but still, 3's greater than a 2.
Yeah, so the Knights down 1 here. Again, going punch for punch as Ejikeza almost takes it away, but Tyson able to crowd in. Constantine, same spot, that time short and rebounded by Calvin. No second chance for the Thunder. Askew's getting ready to check in. Wrestler for 3. He hits another. Back-to-back three-pointers for Wrestler. Calvin now up for the first time since very early in this one. They're up 29. Thunder 27. Good chance for a timeout here for the Thunder. I like that call for a timeout by Shower before momentum gets just a little bit crazier.
Yeah, but that's basketball. You know, the momentum shifts so quickly. Calvin's definitely going to go on runs, and Wheaton will go on runs as well, as we saw early in this first half. But if Coach Shower can, nip it in the bud with the timeout and try to draw something up to get an easy basket, or if they can get free throws, that really will slow down a run and shift momentum back in their direction. But Calvin's showing that Wheaton can run, but they can also get out in transition too and put up threes in transition, but also attack the basket. This is a heck of a matchup. Both teams top 25, and they're showing how skilled they are on the offensive side and what they can do.
Yeah, something else I want to keep an eye on as this game continues is just how Wheaton is going to continue to defend Jalen Overway, because so far we haven't even seen him do anything really outside the restricted area. He's not even, doesn't even look like the thought has crossed his mind of shooting anything beyond 10 feet, but he doesn't need to when he's bigger than everyone else on the court. So the question is going to be, how are the Thunder going to be able to kind of mitigate that threat a little bit more? I mean, you have, as far as actual height and size, you have guys like TJ Askew and Connor Braun who can match up with him height-wise, but Overway is a big guy. He's muscular. We don't have anyone really the size in that sense to be able to really go pound for pound with him, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Thunder do. Yeah,
I really liked Constantine when he was guarding Overway, and when Braun was guarding him, we saw Overway back him down, just because Braun is a little slower than Constantine is, just because he's taller. It's a bad pass there by Scott.
Yeah, tried to make something happen there, just a little too flashy turnover. Overway, he's going to pull that one no good from the free throw line. So maybe that's the limit of Overway's range. Andrew Williams, no look pass to TJ Askew. Easy lay for TJ.
And that's great. Force Overway into a missed shot and then get out on the fast break and have a layup on the other side. That's something that Wheaton needs to take more advantage of, is forcing Overway into tougher shots, not letting him back you down, maybe send a double or send a false double. It's a bad pass there by Overway, but Marcus Bolt saves it.
Yeah, they're able to keep that one alive. Connor Braun loses a step on Overway. Overway misses the layup, though, fighting with Scott for the rebound, and that's going to stay with Wheaton. Good hustle there from Scott. Nick Chiavello is going to check in for the Thunder. He's only played 4 minutes in this one, so fresh set of legs for the Thunder. I think that could be a really big factor here too. Chiavello is such a talented player, so it's going to be exciting to see him back in.
Yeah, he's such a great defender too. He's versatile. He can guard every position, so maybe that's another reason to bring him in, is to try to slow down Calvin on the offensive side.
TJ Askew with it on the top of the key. Now to Tyson. Back inside to Andrew Williams. Gets the defender to bite with a pump fake and goes up. Does not make the layup attempt, but gets fouled in the process.
That's a great cut by Andrew Williams right there. And he always, every time he gets the ball, he knows he's not the biggest guy, but he wants to draw the defenders with the pump fake and get them in the air and draw that foul on them. And he does it to perfection right there, and he earns himself 2 free throws.
Yeah, Andrew Williams is just so crafty. And when you're a player like Andrew, who, like we've said, isn't the fastest, the strongest, or the tallest, you got to have different tools in your bag, and he's just got the ability to finish down low against defenders of any size. He made the first free throw. He's going to get a chance for a second here. That one good, so 2 for 2 from the line for Andrew Williams.
We're seeing a trend now. Connor Braun takes a seat along with Overway, so I think both of them, I think Coach Schauer is going to try to pair their minutes so they're on the court at the same time.
Constein on the defensive side. Now Chiavello guarding. Andrew Williams guarding. Good D here from the Thunder. Keeping the ball outside the perimeter, not letting Calvin get inside. Chiavello, good defense. Picked away by Eli Constein. He's been just great on the defensive end so far in this one. Tyson Cruikshank sizing up the defense. Now to Constein. Constein looking, he finds TJ Askew outside the three-point line, back to Tyson. Tyson driving in. Tyson, that layup is short. Looks like there may have been a hand on it from the Knights as Ajikeza pushes up the court. Got the ball up, but
it's great transition defense right there.
Yeah, Calvin was not able to take advantage of the fast break, even though Ajikeza tried to give them an opportunity. Marcus Bolt, oh wow, what a finish. He's excited after that one. Finishes through the contact from Askew. Take a look at the replay here. TJ Askew.
He just bullies him down there, gets him to the spot where he knows exactly where he is. He knows Askew's under the hoop, goes up strong and knows he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, Askew had hand on ball, but also on Bolt's body. Student section trying to throw Bolt off, but he makes it. So, I mean, and one for Marcus Bolt. The Knights now up 1. Yeah, he is excited after that. And the Knights also a little bit fired up here. That's Matt Ambrose, the sophomore, slapping the floor before Andrew Williams brought the ball up, challenging them. So a little chippy here for both teams. Tyson Cruikshank went up and is going to get fouled on the way up.
I don't know how he fit that pass into the block there. You see, Tyson just gets to the ball first. That's what you get for going towards the ball and not waiting for it to come to you.
I've just been really impressed with the amount of passes we've seen by the Thunder. Really aggressive passes down right underneath the basket to other players. It's not something that I remember seeing a lot of so far this season, so maybe that's just the flow of the game, or maybe that's an intentional adjustment that Schauer's been coaching up in practice, but the Thunder have been really aggressive attacking with the pass down low at the basket.
That's because they just keep beating them back door. You know, Calvin's falling asleep and letting, you know, Wheaton find their way to the hoop. We saw it with Andrew Williams a couple times, and then Tyson right there. They're able to beat them back door, so I think that's their main look right there, is to set an off-ball screen, cut down towards the hoop, and find the open man.
So after the free throws, Jalen Overway is checked back in. And like you said, the defensive matchup you liked of Considine on Overway, we're going to get to see that again.
His athleticism, just getting in front of Overway right there and getting his hand on the ball, just stopping him just a little bit.
Yeah, good huge defense. Good defense from Considine. So Considine will continue to defend Overway. And another thing I like about that matchup on the defensive side is Considine just being shorter, has a lower center of gravity, can just put all his muscle into Overway's back. And look at here as he forces Overway to take a one-footed step back, a little shade of Dirk Nowitzki there from Overway. He made it. He's got a big grin on his face. I don't even know if he was expecting that one to go in.
That's the shot you want him to take. You want him to be fading away from the basket, but Overway is showing us now that he doesn't just need to bully ball you. He can fade away. He can pull it from mid-range and just cash it all in. And he's already in double figures.
Yeah, he's been the engine of this offense, like we've said. Shot clock below 5. Chiavello down low. Oh, almost had an amazing finish. That one just needed just a tiny bit more power on it as Calvin rushes up the floor. That shot attempt was a little ill-advised.
Yeah, that's a force on transition.
Yep, Ambrose just thought he was going to do something as Constantine almost able to get that one to fall and just kind of shaking his head a little bit. Ambrose.
Oh, you don't need to save that. Just go out of bounds.
Yeah, honestly, I think he might have stepped out of bounds, but either way, it ends up back with the Thunder.
That almost came over in our way, Josh.
Yeah,
I had my hands ready for the ball.
I was worried that we were gonna get a body over the bench here. It's Tyson for three. That one just short. Tyson yet to hit a three-pointer yet tonight. But the Thunder offense has still had no problem scoring points. Coach Bill Saul trying to talk to his Knights. But it's just so loud here in King Arena. Even with our headsets on, we can barely hear over the crowd noise as the Knights are able to cash in again. So they're up three now.
Wheaton's going to slow it down here and probably hold for what might be the last shot of the half. It's about 4.5 second differential, I think, between the shot clock and game clock.
Yep, so the Thunder are going to get a chance here. A three would tie it, a two would bring them within one before we start halftime. Good defense there from Calvin. Chavello against a lot of contact, and he's going to get fouled on the way up on the three-point attempt.
Again.
Coach Bill Saul irate. So Tyson keeps it alive against Ejikeza. Chavello against two defenders gets fouled on the way up, and
that's a hard angle for that ref on the sideline there to see, because he sees the back of the Calvin player. Not the best angle, but nonetheless he makes the call, and Wheaton gets rewarded with 3 free throws right there. They get bailed out big time.
Well, I think the ref's probably watching Chavello's shot, and just with how short it was from the hoop, just assumes there's illegal contact there.
Yeah.
But like you said, yeah, hard angle to call it from. Even here on the broadcast is just a hard angle on the replay too. But the ref called it anyway, so Chavello's going to get 3 attempts at the line. Makes the first, misses the second.
Wheaton needs to take advantage of all these free throws. They've taken 6 already this half, and Calvin's only taken 3, but they need to make every free throw they can get.
Chavello's going to get a chance here. He makes the third, so 2 points there for the Thunder off that free throw. 35-36. Calvin with 7 seconds here, so they can definitely get a play going and a shot off, even going all the way up the court, and they've had no problem moving speed. Ejikeza going up and gets that last second layup to fall. The clock's going to run out, and that'll be the end of the first half. So the Thunder, after at one point having a 10-point lead, now down 3
that's
to
just
the Knights.
That's a defensive collapse right there in that last possession. 7 seconds left. They inbound the ball. You go to trap it, but you let Ejikeza come up the floor and just go straight to the hoop, uncontested layup. That's not how you want to end the half, and Coach Schauer definitely has some talking points for the team, but Wheaton down 3 is not the worst place to be in.
Yeah, folks, we'll be right back after this short break for halftime. Please stay with us for the rest of tonight's basketball action.
I think one of the fun things about deciding where to go to college is that all of your peers are in kind of the same place. Remember, other people have done this, other people have gone before me and will come after me and are going through it with me now, but it's not as isolating as it may feel. I didn't really know what I was looking for at first. It started with me just scrolling through website after website of colleges. I knew I wanted something that was medium-sized. I knew that I wanted a strong natural sciences department. I knew that I wanted to be challenged academically inside the classroom, but I also didn't want life to stop in the classroom. I'm grateful that I was able to visit as many schools as I did. A large part of my decision to attend Wheaton was influenced by my campus visit. What instantly stood out to me was that everyone on campus was smiling. I felt welcomed, I felt appreciated, seen, and wanted. And so the application process itself was really joy-filled. The decision process was quite a different story. I got the decisions and acceptances and rejections back, and rejections stung. I became very stressed. I started to question, do I want to keep going to school? Do I want to go far? Do I want to come closer to home? And that's where I really started to ask, okay, what are the options remaining before me? And Wheaton was again at the top. I started to work with Ellen, my admissions counselor. I just worked with her really closely and had several hour-long phone calls just talking through what does a Wheaton education look like, what is the value of a Wheaton education, and got to have personal conversations and interactions. So even during a time that was really stressful, I felt valued and seen as a whole person rather than just a GPA and test scores.
Neuroscience is the study of probably the most unique organ on the planet, the human brain. What does it mean to be a human person? And then what does it mean to live the good life as a result of understanding that? Where a vast majority of the work is right now is helping cure neurodegenerative disease. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and our National Institute of Health has been pouring money into trying to understand these diseases. There is a lot of hope for discovery that can really impact somebody's life. It's very easy for an undergraduate student to get involved in research. One of my more recent grads is working with one of the top spinal surgeons in the country, and because of his experience doing research here, he was able to just work his way right into that lab. A majority of my students go on to med school, but I had a physics student who is working for Tesla. We've had philosophy students, and we've had folks from the Bible and theology department come in and really press us hard to be precise about how we're talking about what it means to be a human person. A student in our conservatory here took one of my classes and did a project on the neuroscience of music therapy, and this whole world was opened up. She had a passion for both music and science, and she was able to combine them in a way that she just hadn't seen possible before being here. Any student that is just curious about themselves and the way that they work is going to be really well positioned to study the brain. Faith and science can coexist really well. The unique thing about coming to Wheaton to study neuroscience is the integrative nature of it. You are going to learn about how your brain works and how the cells work and how the neural circuits work, but we won't stop there. We will also teach you about your spirit and your soul and how that might interact with your brain to make you who you are. And so I hope that we're putting students out into the world that can answer the big neuroscientific questions, but then can also challenge their colleagues and their audiences to think deeper and to think more carefully about what it means to be a human person.
When you're looking at colleges, you may look at the sticker price and say to yourself, I'm not applying to that school because I can't afford it. And I would caution you to not close any doors because there is this price tag that is just out of reach. Cost is an important factor, but there's so many other factors to consider. At Wheaton College, we offer academic scholarships as well as Wheaton Grant, which is need-based aid from the college. So a student may receive scholarships in the range of $10,000 to full tuition. They may also receive significant Wheaton Grant based on need, and we determine that, like most institutions do, based on the information that is found on the free application for federal student aid. Colleges aren't commodities. They're not all the same. And there'll be value questions that you have to ask along the way. There's value in knowing that Wheaton alumni have done very well across the board. That we have students from 50 states and over 160-year history. There's value in that. But I also think there's value in the fact that you will be with a group of peers who are excellent in their academic endeavors, but also who love Jesus Christ. You are not just a student who is performing well in the classroom, but that you are a person that has great potential to serve God's kingdom. You're going to be challenged to grow in your faith because you want to be tested and you want to understand what your theological non-negotiables are. So think about the community you're going to be a part of and how they're going to engage you. We want to challenge you to think about why you believe what you believe by people who will encourage you and motivate you. This is an investment that has strong return, not just for you in terms of career, but for you as a follower of Jesus Christ who will be called to great things. Let us work closely with your family. Let us find out more. We work with great expectation and with hope. We do not want to give up on your calling to be at Wheaton College.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is basically this 2-week event in which students from all over the world can participate. It does a very good job of integrating education, social life, and spiritual life into a very safe environment.
There's so many course offerings, from Shakespeare to music to visual arts to theology.
Each student picks a class and they really hone in on a specific subject.
And we're kind of getting like a foretaste of the college experience.
So we're sleeping in the dorms and we eat in saga. It's the full experience, but only for a 2-week period.
And they give college credit. Like, when looking at whether or not to do this, I was like, there's no downside.
You know, the schedule is incredible.
I've spent a lot of time in class, probably about 4 hours a day, but also a lot of time hanging out.
Then we're going for ice cream and we're going into Wheaton.
You enjoy it, you have fun, you get to meet new people.
And what I like about it a lot is that the people are so accepting. The people that will just take you as you are and won't criticize you or judge you.
The relationships I've built with people here have been really valuable.
Here, I'm always with someone, I'm always talking, I'm always having a great time, I'm always learning.
And at the same time, building that community with these people who are so different. With people from Colombia and Mexico and Texas and North Carolina. But we can all, find that kind of center of what we all believe and build relationships from that.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is a place where you will grow in your faith, meet very extraordinary people, and learn something you're passionate about.
It has the potential to be so formative that there's no way you shouldn't do it.
Someone who is insatiably curious will thrive in a Christian liberal arts environment. Being a Christian liberal arts student causes you to expect to encounter God and expect to encounter dialogue with other disciplines. I think it creates a posture of wonder, and that's just a great thing for every aspect of life. I was in Calc 1, and my professor was having us read through Romans 12 in Calc 1. And it really invited me to see God at work and to prepare my heart, even in those first few minutes of class, to recognize and say, God is here, and do I have eyes to see him? And do I have eyes to see the way that he's at work? They don't say that any discipline is off limits from God, or that God is off limits from any discipline. Wheaton really does prime you to be a very well-rounded student that's able to think about questions from many different angles, and not just provide a cookie-cutter answer, but really engage with content in a deep and meaningful and intentional way. I got one-on-one time with professors, and they not only cared about my studies, but they also cared about my spiritual well-being and about how I was doing personally. The opportunity to have professors that are spiritual mentors and have PhDs in Old Testament or quantum mechanics or poverty and international relations is amazing. And You get the opportunity to interact with so many other students of different disciplines that all love Jesus and want to love and worship him in what they do. And that's amazing too. And I love Wheaton. Wheaton invited me to dig deep into both the scientific learning I was doing and dig deep into my faith. I have grown in my ability to offer all of myself to the practice that I'm doing as an act of worship. That's what the Christian liberal arts can help form in you, is to do everything to the glory of God.
From 3 feet behind the three-point line. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry there for hearing Dalton and I's conversation about this first half. We're just as excited as all of you fans are after a great first half from both teams. The Thunder are down 3 here against the visiting Knights, who are ranked 17th in the country. We talked a little bit about that pre-game. They're 7-0, so undefeated season so far for them. The Thunder have only lost 1 in the championship game of the League Fund tournament. They're playing well tonight. They, at one point, had a 11-point lead over the Knights, but they came roaring back in the back half of the first half. So, going to be in for an exciting second half of basketball here. Dalton, what are some things you're hoping to see from the Thunder to get back not only in the lead, but also in the win column?
I would love to see Wheaton try to get Tyson into more on-ball screens so he can switch off, because he's getting really shut down by Ejikezi right now on the offensive end. He can't get anything. He has no space to work. So if they can set a ball screen for him, and if he's able to come off of it and they switch and he can take on that next defender, I think that's a huge factor. And especially, we say time and time again, like Jalen Overway, you got to shut him down. He had 10 points in that first half, and he bullied Connor Braun and every Wheaton defender that we threw at him except for Eli Considine. I think Eli Considine on Overway is the best matchup for Wheaton in order to win this game and shift everything in their favor.
I really like that defensive assignment, like you said, Dalton, and it's going to go right to Overway against Considine, and of course Overway drops in the easy hook to open up the scoring for Calvin. So they start off with an easy 2 points, and now up 5 on the Thunder. Chiavello is in the game. He got it to Tyson. Now out to Eli, to Nick. Chiavello finding TJ Askew right next to him. Now to Eli, who pulls from 3. That shot just long off the heel. Rebound by the Knights.
He's going to have to hit that because Overway is not coming all the way out. He's giving Considine way too much space, so Considine needs to make him pay by making those threes.
Yeah, Calvin knows Overway is just not the guy you want defending on the perimeter.
Yep, travel called. Walked before he dribbled. That's another turnover for Calvin. That's their 7th turnover on the night. Wheaton needs to turn these turnovers into points.
Yeah, Wheaton has to take advantage of those turnovers, like you said. I think another thing we talked about in the first half, and it'll be interesting to see what it looks like in the second half, is what the Thunder can do with any free throw attempts they get, as Scott pushes against some hard defense. This is Tyson now, who's had a hard matchup all night, to TJ Askew now. Works inside, finds Eli Considine deep in the corner, and that's an easy bucket. 3-point make from Considine. Like you said, Dalton, Overway is just not going to want to get out of the paint. He's such a proficient rebounder, averaging double-digit rebounds for the Knights. They don't want to bring him out of the paint as he's their best interior defender, but that leaves players like Eli Considine wide open as Ejikeza looks for a find down low, but instead it's an offensive rebound from Overway and another two. The Thunder crowd not happy with that one. Thunder down 4. Another thing they got to do, the Thunder that is make sure that they do not let the Knights grab any offensive rebounds. Tyson pulls up, and that one looks like he actually might have had some contact against that, but if there was contact, it was legal. So
Ejikezie just giving him no space to work and contesting that pull-up jumper from the elbow really well.
Yeah, we were talking about it at the end of halftime. Ejikezie just been smothering.
You got to start sending the double down there. I mean, Overway is not looking to slow down at any point, and Constantine can only do so much at his height and weight.
Yeah, Overway has just gotten better this game as he's gone on to Eddie Scott for 3, and that's good. Gets his defender to bite a little bit, pulls up after the fake.
Coach Shower's going to call a timeout there just to get some subs in and set something up on the defensive side. That's a smart move by him after a made 3 by Eddie Scott right there to say, all right, guys, we got to draw something up for Overway because this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, and I think, too, you got to do whatever you can to make Overway work as hard as possible when he's on the floor, so he needs to take more time on the bench.
Yep. And that's going to come on the offensive side. I mean, we see him sagging off so much, and the reason is he's trying to get Constantine to shoot it because he knows if he presses up and contests that, Constantine can just blow by him because he's the faster player. But we're definitely going to need to see them work him more either in the post or try to dribble him around and just keep running around the court and having him chase Constantine.
You know, and if I'm the Thunder, I'm honestly okay with bringing extra pressure on Overway and saying beat us from the three-point line, because besides Luca Ressler, who's made 2 of the 3 threes for the Knights tonight, they have just not been very effective from there. They haven't really done much from outside. They haven't tried to.
They haven't needed to, really. I mean, they've only taken 6 threes to Wheaton's 18 threes, and if they can get stuff inside, I mean, there's no real need for them to shoot from outside. But if there's more pressure on the post and make them kick it out and then close out hard, that could lead to a lot of missed threes.
You have such switchable defenders on the Wheaton roster as well, so I think that'd be something I'd like to see, is just more pressure, like you said, on Overway, and he's going to be defended by Connor Braun now. Braun working hard to tire him out off ball as Ejikezie goes up and he doesn't get that one to fall. The Thunder battling for the rebound, and they are able to come down with it. Tyson pushing the pace, moving in. Nice find to Nick Chiavello, to Eli Constantine now. Now to TJ Askew. Chiavello defended by Overway. Hand off to Eli Constantine, who's working. Back on Overway. Constantine beats him. Nice fake. Eli Constantine making it happen for the Thunder. What a finish off of a beautiful fake. Had the entire Knights defense biting on that one.
I don't know what Eli Constantine ate for dinner, but I want some of that.
Overway collects the offensive rebound and just drops that one in. Overway just so good on the inside, and he's just doing his best to stifle any momentum that Wheaton is trying to capture here. Braun thought about the three-pointer, but Overway closed out just in time. Constantine back to TJ Askew now. To Tyson, just getting smothered. To Eli, to Connor Braun. Now to Chiavello. Back to Connor Braun. Hand off to Eli Constantine. Thought about shooting it. Constantine along the baseline, able to keep it alive. Askew's got to let it fly. No good, but Braun almost collects the rebound, but after the battle, the Knights get it, so the Knights forcing the Thunder to run out the shot clock there. Both teams playing at a high pace right now.
Overway's getting to good position, but Braun is fighting over it and making him work for his spot on the post. Good hands by Askew there. Saw the back cut and got his hand in the passing lane. That's great defense. And an unfortunate turnover and errant pass from Cruikshank right to Ejikezie.
Yeah, Ejikezie's been really great on the defensive end so far this game. Created some space there. Thought about the 3, and that's going to be a foul there. That one's going to go against Constantine by the looks of it.
And one thing to note is Askew and Chiavello both have 2 fouls on them. If we're going to start talking about fouling and foul trouble, that's something we got to note. If they can't get an early foul in the second half, but playing with 3 is not that big of an issue in the second half with 15 minutes to go.
Couldn't agree more, Dalton, as Ejikezie is going to take it here. Guarded by Andrew Williams, so the Thunder making some substitutions, getting Andrew Williams in the game. Feeding Overway down low, defended by Braun. Overway kicks it out to the outside. So good defense from the Thunder, and that's going to be a forced three-pointer.
That's a shot clock violation right there. Great defense by Wheaton. Tyson sent the little double down and trapped Overway on the post, made him kick it out. You know, a little pump fake from Calvin, and then lost the dribble and forced into a bad contested three and shot clock violation.
The Thunder fans loving that defensive possession for the Thunder. TJ Askew going in, trying to make something happen, but couldn't get through the tough defense. The Thunder crowd making it hard here for the Knights as Ejikeza collects a bad pass and is able to put that layup in for two. Ejikeza hasn't done too much on the scoring end, as Overway is the clear leading scorer with 18, but Ejikeza picks up another basket for his team, and Tyson working to Eli Constein. Another three for Eli. Oh, and that one just short. Hit the shot clock. So like you said, Dalton, it's going to be out of bounds, and we're going to need some energy from the Thunder crowd here. It's easy to lose some of that energy when your team is not in the lead, but we need some student section fans to really step up here as Ejikeza almost gets stripped there of the ball. Ejikeza mid-range pull-up. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tyson, who pushes the pace up the floor. Tyson looking here, working against a screen from Braun. Connor Braun for three. Oh, that one just too long off the heel. Rebound Overway.
That's a great look there, though. Tyson breaking down Ejikeza on the offensive side and finding the open player at the top of the key, and Braun just a little too strong on that shot.
Thunder struggling in these past few minutes, but only down 5. Bolt for three. Oh, wow. What a shot from Bolt in the face, clapping his hands as he goes back down the floor. Overway sagging off of Braun. Now to Tyson. Tyson driving in.
Tyson got mauled there, and he's going to earn himself 2 free throws.
And that's something that, you know, that's an easy one to go back to if you're the Thunder. Tyson, just a great shooter no matter what he's doing, and great from the free throw line.
He's being swarmed on the defensive side, so him getting to the free throw line could be huge for him, making a big push the second half to score some more points.
Yeah, and when you're the Thunder and you're kind of in this rut here where you've just gone scoreless for the last almost 4 minutes, having just guys push into the paint and just look for a foul is not a bad strategy. Thunder making some substitutions here as well. So Nick Chiavello back in. Andrew Williams also in. Eli Constein will sit. So a little bit bigger lineup for the Thunder. They've got 2 guards and Williams and Cruikshank, and then they've got bigger guys in Braun, Askew, and Chiavello.
Yeah, we haven't seen this lineup yet tonight, so I think this is an adjustment shower made at halftime or in the first time out of this half.
Bolt trying to get something to work, and wow, nice finish. Bolt has a lot to say.
Yeah, that's a strong man's take right there.
Chiavello, handoff to Askew. Oh, tried to get it to a cutting Williams. That pass is just a little too far ahead. The Knights just have been playing good basketball so far in this past few minutes, as Ejikeza is able to get that one to fall after moving all over the place. Some of the Thunder fans calling for a travel, but
it looked like he kept
clean.
that pivot foot down.
Yep. Braun being guarded tightly by Bolt. Now to TJ Askew's far behind the three-point line to Tyson. TJ Askew, three-pointer. That one's off. The Thunder have had many of those looks where they've doubled the ball handler, the Knights have, and then the Thunder have been able to kick it out for a three-point shooter. But if you want that to work, you've just got to start making those threes, and the Thunder are going to sub in Eli Considine and Micah Schneider, so getting some shooting into this lineup, maybe hoping that'll jumpstart something on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, Schneider's made a big three in the first half from an incredible pass from Askew, and then Considine's made a few threes tonight, so I think getting some shooting on the floor after being down 10 with a little under 12 minutes left to go in the second half is key for Wheaton to make a push in this comeback.
Yeah, every Thunder player that's been on the floor tonight has shot at least one three-point attempt, but as a team they're shooting 8 for 21, so not what you'd like to see.
Wheaton telegraphs another pass there and commits another turnover, and now Calvin has the ball, looking to extend their lead.
Ejikeza, what a finish, nodding his head, saying, I could do that. The Thunder now down 12 against Calvin, so they need something here to bring them back into this one. Still a lot of game left to be played, and we saw both teams are capable of some really impressive runs. The Thunder went up by 10 really quickly in the first half at one point, but they're going to need something special here. Micah Schneider's driving, and Schneider's brought down, fouled as he went up for the layup, and he's going to get 2 at the line. So Schneider's good shot attempt there too against hard contact, almost got that one to fall.
He felt the defender on his hip there, went up with the right hand, making sure that he was going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line where he's a great shooter. It's the first one to go there, and Eddie Scott will come in for TJ Askew. And now a smaller lineup, basically 3 guards and 2 forwards on, and smaller forwards in Katsanai and Chiavello, and Overway is back in the game. So that's going to be an interesting matchup for whoever has his task.
I think we're going to see Considine on Overway like we saw at some points in this game. And I think we might see some of that doubling with such a fast lineup in. I think we might see that double, looking to make Overway kick it out, having some athletic, fast guys, hoping to make those closeouts.
Yeah, the goal on those traps and on those doubles in the post is to make sure you're communicating and rotating to who the open player is, and if you're the one doubling, making sure you're closing back out on the player that you left, because otherwise they can make you pay from deep. We haven't seen that too often. I mean, Calvin is 4 of 8 from deep, so they're shooting at a high percentage but had not taken many threes.
Yeah, something else too is the Thunder have had 13 trips to the line, making 11 of 13 of those, so shooting 84% from the line. Certainly not bad, but Calvin only having 3 trips to the free throw line, making all 3 of those attempts, but still up by 10 here.
Yeah, Wheaton needs to continue to attack the rim, get to the line, get free points where the clock is not running at all, and then that will help them eat into this 10-point lead that the Knights have.
Something else too, if the Thunder can continue to get, oh wow, got some tough defense here from the Thunder, keeping Calvin outside of the paint. Overway being worked by Considine. Considine working against Overway. Overway almost traveled there, but escaped. Ejikeza.
Now that's a heck of a bucket right there. And, the shot clock's going down. Ejikeza stays calm, gets to the spot he wants, fades away, and just buries it.
Yeah, he's got a mean mug on right now after that impressive shot. If the Thunder are going to hope to get this one back in, we're going to need something like that from the corner for Tyson, and he drops in his first 3 of the game. No better time for that. Tyson cuts the lead down to single digits.
They gotta work Tyson off ball. They gotta set off ball screens for him.
Wow, what a finish from Ejikeza, jawing with the football team. Something that we're gonna need, I want to keep an eye on. The Thunder are I really do think they're gonna keep getting looks from 3, but just waiting a quarter or a half second longer on your shot, not feeling like you need to force it, because Calvin has honestly been kind of slow on the closeouts.
Yeah, and even throwing up a pump fake too is huge, because they've been jumping and anticipating passing lanes, and we saw Constantine use the pump fake on Overway, who's bigger than him and didn't need to jump, but just flew past him. So if they can use ball fakes more, I think that would benefit them in the long run, if they can pass fake or pump fake and then get the open look.
And that'll be Constantine with an open three-pointer, and Constantine hits another key make for the Thunder. Now all they got to do is start getting stops here on the defensive end. It's not been Overway's show here in the second. It's actually been Ejikeza's. He's been scoring from everywhere. Oh, and Calvin Almost got a basket there to fall Overway with the offensive rebound. Wheaton caught a break, but they get another three-point attempt. That one not going to hit. Chavello pushing the pace. Scott back to Chavello. Chavello and one! Oh, baby!
Everyone is into this now. What a great execution on this fast break. Chavello keeps it himself, finds Scott who's open. Scott doesn't go for the shot, makes the extra pass. Chavello gets hacked and one. The Wheaton fans are loving this. Tyson, the captain of the team, letting out a big scream to get everybody into this game. Let them know we're not going away without a fight.
Mike Shower with a few short claps there on the sideline. That's a good sign for the Thunder from their head coach. Chavello going to have a chance for 3 points here.
The energy we see from Shower every game, it looks as though he wants to just jump into a uniform and get on the court himself.
Chavello's good on the and one, so 3 3-point baskets for the Thunder. 2 off of three-pointers, 1 off an and one. They bring this one back, now within 6. The Thunder clamoring back, Bolt for 3. That one's long, rebound Scott! The Thunder momentum is all in their lap right now. Tyson working to Considine. Constein working down low. Oh, gets Overway to bite it. Another and one! Oh, baby! Eli Constein has everyone on their feet right now.
That's what I'm saying, Josh. Use the pump fake. Use the pump fake. Overway is just not understanding that he's bigger. He doesn't need to jump. And Considine makes him pay for it. Goodness. Josh and I were out of our seats there, fired up. Considine for a 3-point play.
Makes it to go. Oh, yeah. Thunder within 3. What a run. 8-0 in the last minute for the Thunder.
Calvin needs a timeout
for the Knights. And the crowd is so full of energy right now. Wow.
This is the most energy I have seen in King Arena all year long. The fans are getting into it. I'm just going to stop talking and let you guys hear that. You can see in the video here the football team on the far end jumping up and down. The Riken Rowdies and the cheerleaders getting into this. Man, this is some fun basketball. Could you ask for a better Saturday night than this, Josh?
This has been a game for the ages. The Thunder looked like they were out of it just a few minutes ago, and now within 3 after that 8-0 run. 4 for 5 on their last 5 field goal attempts. A 9-0 run in the last 1 minute and 15 seconds.
And that stems from just, the energy, the threes that they've been making, and on the defensive side. That's where all these points are coming from, is Wheaton just is able to clamp up this here, dig their heels in and say, you guys are not going to score another point. And just that's something we haven't seen in many Wheaton teams in the past, is just the ability to shut down a team on the defensive side and get themselves back into this game by playing great defense and just making open shots.
Eli Constein now has 4 made three-pointers tonight, which I believe is a season high.
19 points for Considine. That's a big game right there. He's the game high.
Oh, this crowd is so loud. Oh yeah! Eli Constein pokes it away from Overway. Tyson to Scott. Oh, easy layup! Just like they drew it up in practice. Eddie Scott, no emotion. He could do that in his sleep. 1-point game. It is electric in King Arena. Overway defended by Considine. Swarming defense from the Thunder.
That's a
travel. Overway. Oh, baby.
And as a freshman on a ranked team playing a ranked opponent, Overway, this is an environment that he's never been in before, and he just commits a costly turnover right there. And Wheaton has a chance to take a lead right here.
Eddie Scott now with the ball. Gets into the corner to Tyson Cruikshank. Cruikshank to Eli Constein. Now to Nick Chavello. Back to Tyson. Tyson sizing up Ejikeza. Tyson working off the screen. Tyson, three-pointer, step back. Oh, almost.
I don't know if I could have handled that one right there. I would have been on the floor, falling back.
I would have passed out. Tyson Cruikshank. Oh, yeah! Tyson's defense forces an easy turnover. Eddie Scott driving in. Oh, that one picked up by Adjekeza.
Oh, don't foul, don't foul.
Oh, good defense there from Constantine, but Adjekeza knew where he was.
It's a good job by Constantine, contesting but not fouling, because that would have been devastating for the run that Wheaton's been on.
Yeah, so Calvin now up 3. This Thunder crowd still loud. Eli Constantine thought about shooting it there for just a second. Thunder looking to make some substitutions here at the next opportunity. Connor Braun's going to be back in. Eli Constantine for 3. Oh, that one's short. TJ Askew fighting for the rebound, looking for a foul, and he got bent over backwards trying to get that foul. That was what looked like to me a loose ball foul, but Overway now working against Constantine, forced to kick it out for 3. Adjekeza, that one no good. That's an easy foul call against Askew. He got absolutely walloped.
15 yards for hitting a defenseless receiver right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, Adjekeza just threw his chest into him.
This game is going to continue to get chippy, I think, as we get down to the under 6.5 minutes right here. 3-point game.
Yeah, and something to keep an eye on. Calvin now committing 5 fouls in this half. The Thunder getting closer to that bonus. That's going to be really important in this one. Tyson sizing up the defense. Chiavello driving. TJ Askew, 3. Oh, that one too long. It looked good from here, but that one's off. Just a little too much on that one. Adjekeza is going to try and slow it down a bit here. Gets it to Overway, who's way outside. Now to Bolt. Eli Constantine works through the screen. Good defense from him. Oh, forces Bolt out of bounds, and they're going to call that against Constantine. I think a clear path foul there. Something of that nature.
I think just getting him with that right hand there and bumping him a little bit, they're going to call a block. And Constantine's just trying to, clarify to see what he can do to, get in better position there. If he can keep his hands wide and let Bolt create that contact as he pulls up from deep and buries it.
Yeah, Bolt he's gotten him out of the rut whenever the Knights have been there. And
he's the captain of the Knights, and he's showing why. He's the captain. He's the junior on the court, and he's trying to get his team back into it.
He's got 14 now, so Overway's been quiet in the second half, but Bolt has kept Calvin's hopes of winning alive. And Tyson, nice find down low, gets it back to Tyson. And wow, Tyson on the ground looking for a foul there. Shower frustrated. Bolt pushing the pace up the court, driving against Askew, kicks out to a shooter. That three-pointer no good. Rebound to Askew. The Thunder needed that. Askew looking, gets it to Braun. Handoff Constantine. Now to Connor Braun again. To Tyson, working against his defender. Tyson getting hounded all night. Eli Constantine is going to get fouled as he tries to move around the perimeter there.
And the next foul will put Wheaton in the bonus. Calvin has 6 fouls this half, which is really big. If they can get in the bonus within these next few seconds, and then they're going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the game. And that's the way to chip away at a close game like this.
Yeah, the Thunder got to hope to get something going here. If I'm the Thunder, I just kind of drive in and I just hope I get fouled going up. Eli Constantine to Chiavello, pulls for 3. Oh, that one just off.
That's a bold shot right there by Chiavello, but not a shot. That's a horrible, outcome of the possession.
No, that's something you can live with for sure. Calvin playing a little bit of keep away right now. Bolt for 3. That one's off. Overlay, not able to get the rebound. Good defense there from Constantine, keeping it with the Thunder. Chiavello, Askew corner, drives in against Overway. Now to Eli Constantine, sizing up Overway. And that's going to be a foul. Conversation here between Bolt and the referee.
Bolt's looking for a travel there, but I think Constantine was able to keep his pivot foot down, at least from the ref's angle. Maybe the foul made him, drag his foot. But now Wheaton will be shooting 1-and-1 for the foreseeable future until Calvin gets into more foul trouble and gets him into the double bonus. But Wheaton needs to continue to stay aggressive and know that Calvin has to play a little softer and not, attack them as hard, because if they foul them, they're going to send them to the line for free throws.
So Constein makes the first.
And that's big right there. 5-point game now. Constein able to make this a 4-point game. The next free throw.
Wheaton, in terms of their fouls, they've got plenty to give here. They only have 3 in the second. Constein makes both big shots. Constein has been as good as you can ask him to be tonight. Perfect from the line. Team high 21 points, game high 21 points.
He's taken 11 threes, but he's made 4 of them, so that's all that matters right there.
Yeah, he's been all over. He has 5 steals as well, so he's just been active in every sense of the word.
And Tyson with 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. When you're the captain of the team, the star player, and your shot just isn't falling, but you're also getting swarmed by the defense, he's not been given much at all tonight. He's had to work for every point he's got. But you see him doing the things that a good captain and a good point guard and leader does, is they distribute the ball. He has 7 assists to show for it, and he's fighting for every rebound. So he's not frustrated that he's not getting good looks. He's not frustrated that he just can't get anything to go. He's instead grinding his teeth and working to get other people open looks and feed the hot hand of Considine.
Yep. Those 7 assists really speak to his ability as a true floor general. Eddie Scott also chipping in 4 assists of his own. So 2 of the lead guards for this Thunder team have just been key to them staying in this one. Now only down 4, the Thunder, even though they're down, they're in a really good position, like we've talked about now in the bonus, firmly in that. We got 2 easy points off of that just a few moments ago. Constein making both. Calvin looking a bit aghast as well, so I think this is a good position to be in.
We're seeing Marcus Bolt's taking a seat now, so the captain, who has 14 points on the night, is sitting down. We're definitely going to see them feed Overway immediately to try to get some easy points, and they usually try to clear out that side of the court and let him work.
Yep. Overway working. He's got Constein on him. Constein almost picked it away, and Ejikeza, oh wow, nice finish from him. He's honestly been their most consistent guy tonight, and he's just been able to finish at the rim at will. Tyson working. Eli Constein for 3. Oh, that one's short. TJ Askew, what a rebound!
That's a quick jump ball right there.
And they were looking for a foul on Askew, and if you ask me, it looked like he did get fouled. We'll take a look here at the replay. So Constein doesn't hit. Askew comes in, and they're just ripping the ball away from him. Askew has just been getting they've just been physical with him all night.
They're trying to take out the 2 leading scorers in Askew and Cruikshank, and a foul on the floor, but that's still going to send Askew to the line. And a hard play after the whistle.
Oh, Askew has his hand over his face. I think he might have a busted lip or a bloody nose. Yeah, I do see a little bit of blood there. Man, he got whacked.
I thought playing through the whistle was only a football thing.
Askew's got a little bit of blood in his mouth. He got just smacked. And if I'm Owen Varnado, who the foul went against, I'm happy that something worse than a common foul didn't get called against me, as Askew makes the first.
Yeah, and that's his 4th foul too, so I don't know if we'll see much of Varnado the rest of the game, especially because he's not generally in the game at this time.
Askew makes both. Thunder back within 4, 65-69. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. The bench calling for the crowd to get on their feet and get loud. Bolt moving around the perimeter. Overway. Oh, Constein tried to get in front of it. That's a risky move at this point in the game, but able to get behind Overway. Overway looking. Oh, finds his man. Oh, that shot off. TJ Askew almost able to collect the rebound, but just slipped out of his hands at the last second. They're going to get a shot clock reset. Bull looking for something here. Bolt back deep, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bolt driving, working off a screen. Oh, great defense from the Thunder. Deep three-pointer from the Knights. No good.
That's a foul.
And that's going to be a foul on Ejikeza. Nick Chavello on the ground after the foul, and the Thunder are going to get it.
Looks like Ejikezi might have been hooking him. You see him, the hook with Ejikezi, and then he pulls him down. More free throws for the Thunder. 9 fouls for the Knights. 2 minutes and 49 seconds left to go.
The Knights are shooting themselves in the foot right now, I'm not going to lie. Chevello misses. Bolt with the rebound.
Those are the ones you have to make.
Yeah, the Knights escape. And they're going to take a timeout. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left. This game has just been
electric.
I have no words. It's kept us on the edge of our seats the whole time. The Knights have held on to this lead, have been stubborn about giving it up. Wheaton 1 for 6 over their last 6 field goal attempts, so hopefully coming out of this timeout they can get some of that offensive rhythm back.
They got to be cautious coming out of this timeout, because last timeout Calvin got an easy layup out of it, and they kind of set it up where they fed Overway, and then they set an off-ball screen on the man who passed it into Overway, so they can watch that backdoor cut, watch that off-ball screen, but still give the right attention to Overway. They just need to watch out for that play, because that's exactly how they got beat on the last time out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting too to see. I'm interested to see what lineup they're going to come out of the timeout with, if they're going to keep who they had on the court, or if they're going to change it up a little bit. Wheaton, I'm speaking on right now.
We saw Andrew Williams go to the scorer's table, so I think he'll be checking in. I would assume it might be for Eddie Scott at the moment, but we'll see as they come out of this timeout. It'll be Williams, Askew, Cruikshank, Considine, and Chevello. So Eddie Scott will take a seat after providing valuable minutes on the court.
I like this lineup a lot.
I do too. They just need to force Calvin into tough shots, make them pick up their dribble from far away from the basket, make Overway's job as hard as possible.
And if I'm seeing this correctly, I believe Overway doesn't have a point in the second half. Or maybe he's got 1 or 2, but he's been quiet. Good defense here from the Thunder. Like you said, just forcing them to stay outside. The man goes inside.
Oh no!
Man, one called against Tyson, who runs away to blow some steam off. Shower, not happy with that. The crowd isn't either.
Let's watch this
erupting.
again.
Oh, I don't know about that call.
He gets Tyson by holding him off. I mean, that's Sinig right there. But he uses his left arm to push off Tyson, and then Tyson blocks it. I guess they was calling that on hitting him in the left side. I'm not really sure, but ball don't lie as he misses the first free throw.
Most they can get out of this is 1. Oh, and he misses both.
Ball really does not lie on that. That was a brick right there.
4-point lead still for the Knights. They had a chance to go up 6, but weren't able to do it. Andrew Williams working against hard defense from the Knights. Cruikshank working against Ejikeza. That's been the matchup to watch all night. Ejikeza's definitely had the upper hand, and that one Chevello for 3. Oh, yeah! Oh, baby! Chevello, big three-pointer. This game now within 1 for the Thunder.
And Chevello's not a big shooter from deep, but he comes up clutch right there.
The Thunder need a stop right here.
Let's get him all the way out to the three-point line. Way to get him out of the post.
Yep, Overway working hard against Considine. Oh, Overway's able to get it to fall back to that trusty hook.
All right, it's a one-possession game, though.
Yeah, the Thunder are still in a very good position here, hoping that if you are not able to get a make on whatever possession you have, you can at least draw a foul. Considine thought about the three-pointer. He's going to go up. Oh, Considine swarmed at the basket, and the Thunder fans looking for a foul. Oh, Williams is down, looking for a charge, and the Thunder get the ball. What a sequence.
That's a great no call right there. Hit that.
Chevello corner. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Yeah! Oh, big-time three-pointer from Nick Chevello. Tie game, 71-71.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry for the ears of the listeners for hearing us just scream into the microphone. I want to apologize for that, but I could not contain it. That's a pump fake right there. Josh, I've been saying it all game. It's a 30-second timeout from Calvin. The fans are into it. Oh my goodness. Chevello with the great pump fake in the corner. Cashing in the three. That's back-to-back threes by Chevello to get this game tied up at 71. 48 seconds left to go. The ball fakes have been clutch. The fans are into it. Timeout, Calvin. We'll see what they can draw up. Coach Schauer is fired up. Oh my goodness. Josh is at a loss for words right now. He looks exhausted. I'm exhausted. This has been a roller coaster of emotions this whole game as David Pruden, the manager for the basketball team, is getting the crowd back into it, waving his hands up and down, trying to get them fired up. This is some insane basketball we're seeing. A game of runs, a game of being clutch. It all comes on that defensive side, getting the stops you need to make it a one-possession game and hitting that big three with less than a minute left to go. Holy cow.
It seems fitting that both teams are tied now. Bolt to Overway. Overway gets the two-pointer to fall.
Wow, a timeout immediately by Calvin after that made basket.
Coach JP a little frustrated. Schauer going to have another chance here to talk to his team a little bit more.
And Overway, the freshman, coming up big. 20 points on the night, 8 rebounds. He's shooting 10 of 14 from the field. A lot of his shots are coming from right around the block. Nonetheless, he's making them go, and he's making them pay, too.
Well, the Thunder are going to have a chance with the ball in their hands on this one.
We're seeing the coaches huddle with each other right now as they're looking to drop a play, figure out what they want to go for. They can take a lead with a three right here, or they can go for a two. I think they just got to keep attacking and finding those open shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, three-pointer would give them the lead. The key here is just not to let that Calvin defense overwhelm you and force you into a turnover or anything like that.
Oh my goodness.
Man, my heart is pounding. I was going to say it seems fitting that this game ends very similar to how it started, with both teams looking like they are deserving of their rankings. Thunder up to 44.
Thunder down to.
Thunder down to, excuse me. 44.8 seconds, so we still got a lot of time on the clock. A lot can happen, especially when the game is as close as it is. The Thunder have a lot of fouls to give, which is good. They're going to hope to make something happen here. Tyson, Eli Constein now with it. Constein with the pump fake. Oh, Constein shot just short.
Wheaton ball.
Wheaton.
No, Calvin ball went off of Chevello.
Wow. Oh, man. That's tough. Coach Schauer.
I thought Bolt tipped it.
Yeah, Coach Schauer is assuring his team it's far from over. There's still a chance for something here. Oh, Chevello!
No. Refs are discussing it. I think it's Wheaton ball. I think this is Wheaton ball. Wheaton ball. That's the ball.
Oh, my goodness! Chevello, what a play!
Laying out, hitting it off I believe that's the knee of Ejikezi. Schauer's going to call a timeout. Calvin's irate with that. But if Wheaton can stay, this is where they need to stay calm. They need to not let this call affect them at all. They have the ball, 32 seconds left, down 2. They can work for a good one here. They got 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Chevello has come up huge in the last few minutes for the Thunder, hitting some big shots, playing well on the defensive end. That play he just made, that could be the game changer right here. If the Thunder are able to do something with this offensive possession, that could be what shifts this whole game.
I mean, you look at the stat sheet, right? Constantine 21 points, Chevello 14. 2, not the main scorers, but finding the scoring when they need it. When Askew and Cruikshank are virtually removed from this game scoring-wise, 2 guys are stepping up. Junior Nick Chevello and senior Eli Constantine, proving the lights aren't too bright for them.
So Thunder down 2. It all comes down to this. Just over 30 seconds left here in this fantastic game. Considine gets the inbound to Tyson Cruikshank, to TJ Askew. TJ driving in, trying to work in. TJ looking for a foul. Chavello able to collect the offensive rebound. Oh my goodness. Tyson Cruikshank, pump fake. There it is! Oh my gosh! He made it! He made the three!
All right, calm down, Wheaton. Get back on defense. Timeout, Calvin. That is the captain. That is the leader of this team, the fifth-year senior, Tyson Cruikshank, showing, even if I can't get mine tonight, I'm going to throw up a pump fake, come in clutch when needed. Sorry again for screaming into your ears, but I'm sorry. That's just warranted right there. What an effort by Cruikshank. Off balance, buries it, stays cool, calm, and collected. Oh my goodness. Are you not entertained? Wheaton up 1, 15 seconds left to go. Holy cow.
The biggest shot of the night goes to who else
but Tyson Cruikshank.
So the Thunder,
my goodness.
They need to be all in on this defensive possession. I'm honestly thinking we're going to see the overway play again. We're going to get him down low, and you're just going to try and make him use a hook, use as much time as you can on this possession. Ejikeze, yep, he's looking for overway. Nick Chavello! Nick Chavello!
Okay, and it's going to stay Calvin Ball. Chavello had it on the line. Way to fight for it. Way to have, that's just great defense. You know, having longer arms, getting able to have your hand in the passing lane. They're going to lob it into overway every single time. This is a great matchup. Chavello on Ejikeze.
That play is big, though. It took a lot of time off the clock. Overway. Ball is Wheaton! Ball is it! Oh, my goodness! Wheaton with the ball! Up one! Oh, my!
Marcus Bolt mishandles the pass there, and it goes Wheaton's way. A great cut. Goes off of his chest. It's going to be Wheaton ball, and they're going to have to foul or look for a steal first. And it'll be Connor Braun going to the free throw line for Wheaton. 1 second left. That's. I mean, I'm not going to say that's going to be it, but team makes two. They're going to have to heave it as soon as they inbound the ball. Oh my goodness. Josh is standing up. Everyone's on their feet in King Arena. Oh my goodness. First free throws of the night for Connor Braun.
And it goes silent. Oh, Braun
misses the first. Timeout. Wheaton, 30-second timeout. Shower's definitely going to draw up something on a make or miss, what defense they want to be in, how they want to play it. Oh my goodness. See, this is why the fouls meant so much for Calvin. Is because if they were not at 10 fouls, that's a 1-and-1, that's a miss. Calvin Ball, they call a timeout and advance it. That is huge right there. That's why, you don't get into foul. Obviously, you don't want to get into foul trouble, but there, that shows he had 2 shots right there. They're in the double bonus.
Yep.
No 1-and-1.
Yep.
Calvin shot themselves in the foot. And Wheaton just continue to keep their head down, grind their teeth, attack the hoop, find the open man, get to the free throw line, and just time and time again prove why they are such a clutch team, why they can fight so hard defensively to get their looks on the offensive side. A make here would make it a 2-point game with 1 second left.
Braun misses the second. Bolt.
And that's the game!
The Thunder take down the 17th ranked Knights at King Arena. Fans storming the court. What a game! Game of the year for the Thunder. We're going to hear from Dalton in probably a little bit longer. The fans on the court moshing. Oh my goodness. What a performance from the Thunder. I've lost my voice from this game alone. Well, the hope is that Dalton will get to do a post-game interview with Coach Mike Shower. And here it comes, so I'm going to send it to Dalton. Folks, thank you for joining us. We'll be back with you at the next game after this broadcast.
Coach Shower, what a way to fight tonight. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
These 2 top 25 teams. That was a ball game. They aimed despite the just kept telling guys the whole night we were going to. There's the fact that we needed to make threes, which you'll know the last time we played a team of this caliber in here, we really struggled. So proud of our team for fighting. You know, this week we won two. I argue pretty vehemently we saw the two best forwards in the country, and Eli.
Well, we had a great winning 74-7. And Nick Chavello on the defensive side and the offensive side. Join us next Saturday for another great matchup against Elmhurst University, another conference matchup, and an 11th ranked team in the country. For WTSN and Josh Beisel, I'm Dalton Van Esselston. Have a great night.